the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him up.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Right there. Exit. Right there. 54 miles.
Now here's Mahomes. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Watch QB jump. I got you, baby. Easy. Charlie. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try to get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
From the 24, Cousins trying to lay one up deep. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that player is able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Well, partner, I want to revisit Week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 44 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Kick. 48. Hey, turn it up. Check.
Again, it's Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Cousins.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Throwing, Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Bailey's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to... And the ball is knocked out. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. Yellow. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Mahomes now on first down. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
Right there. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second and a couple, Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Ben Gideon providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young black and...
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see third-year man Mitchell Trubisky.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Watch tight end.
On first down, Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 15 carries, 54 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Here's Goff. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain there of 21 yards. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. Goff now looking to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start. Right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Looking for Woods that time. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff, and this is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time, and that'll make it third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Goff. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, it's Gurley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Goff. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods. 11 yards there, first down. To the air again. Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they're feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. To throw is gone. And he's got it. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion. So second quarter, this offense losing and hoping to get the football in the end zone for the first time. On first down, it's gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Goff now to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. To try again after the sack. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So second quarter, this offense losing and hoping to get the football in the end zone for the first time. Now a first down throw. Gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you say you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Yellow, 40.
It's our field. And it's our house.
On first down, Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
He's crashing.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
At their 48-yard line.
Bravo!
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And I think the ball's out, and the Eagles have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Wentz on third down. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it's third down.
We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. Now Sproles. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The throw down the field caught by his running back. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's now 3rd down.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Aguilar has it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Sproles, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wentz to throw again. Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 58 yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes rolling to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now Wentz shakes off the sack. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're
trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right. 4 down, check. 4 down.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Lefty. Kill. Go.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. And even 40 yards. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
46 down, man, 5-4.
59.
Hey, wahoo!
Crunch time, defense.
From the 30 on second down, Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, at some point during this broadcast, we had to bring up the Antonio Brown saga, and that moment is right now. I got to get your thoughts. I got to get you on the record. What do you think of all this?
Well, when you go back to Oakland, and you know about my relationship with the head coach and the general manager there, but putting that aside, one, never would have made the deal for him. I just never saw him as a guy that was going to go from place to place and be the influence that you want in a locker room, and that proved to be true in Oakland. Now he gets a new start, kind of a fresh start, to put it mildly, in New England, and they seem to be all on board with that. But that has to be the one team that...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Mahomes. He finds McCoy. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Hill.
That's it, baby.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Yellow! I go little lady!
Check 53.
Hey, 15!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on second and goal. Mahomes now to throw, escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Well, normally you and I would have gone through our season predictions before week 1, but Hurricane Dorian prevented us from doing that last week. So let's go ahead and hear them, your division winners and then the Super Bowl.
Okay, let's start in the AFC. New England in the East. Tennessee in the South. Pittsburgh in the north, and Kansas City out west.
Okay, so I'm with you on 3 of the 4, but I'm going to go with a way too strong week 1 reaction and give Baltimore the edge in the north.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
All right, let's go NFC.
All right.
I'm going Philadelphia in the east, New Orleans in the south, Minnesota in the north, and the Los Angeles Rams out west.
Okay, so I got 2 different ones. I'm going to go Dallas on the east, and then I'm going to go Green Bay in the north.
The reason I didn't go Dallas, there hasn't been a repeat winner in the East since 2003-2004, so I go with history on that one. Super Bowl predictions, I like Kansas City and New Orleans. 3rd time's the charm for the Saints to get to the Super Bowl.
Okay, I'm going to go New England over New Orleans in the Super Bowl.
So you got New England winning it?
Yet again, shocker.
I've got New Orleans beating Kansas City, so this is going to be fun to see how it turns out.
Here we go. 180!
Check 56. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the
On second down, it's Howard. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he's got room. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
56.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
61. Matchbox light.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And here's the first carry of the game for the former Eagle, LaShawn McCoy. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action, it's Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
From the 27, Wentz. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This for his running back, McCoy. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.